Hi everyone, I am back with a tag. Today is Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a good day yesterday. Um, it rained very hard here in Southern California, so I hunkered down with some yarn and binge watched Gilmore Girls. It was on and had a very nice day. By the way, I am Pamela from Pamela's Crochet and Knit Corner. This is my corner of the interweb to share with you my crafts and my crocheting and knitting. I am a crocheter who knits a bit, and I was thrilled to be tagged by another podcaster, Kim, the Crafty Nomad, or better known as pettiskim, and her Etsy shop is Ebonie Pearl. She makes bags. She is truly a crafty nomad. She does everything and she does it well. So if you guys want to check out her channel and check out her Etsy shop, it's Ebonie Pearl, and her YouTube channel is Kim the Crafty Nomad. So she tagged me in what's called the Crafters Holiday Tag. And there are 10 questions, and I'm looking over to the left here because that's where my Kindle is set up with the questions on them. So I thought this is fun. I did the 20 questions challenge, and that was fun as well. So this just lets my subscribers, thank you, by the way. You guys are amazing. Every day I have more and more subscribers. I have wonderful comments that you guys like my content. I love that. So it'll be probably a week or so or two before I put up another podcast, but I already have a subject. So I'm enjoying this. I'm loving it. And thank you guys all for your support. So Kim has 10 questions. I was tagged by her. Thank you, Kim. And so I'm going to answer the 10 Crafters Holiday Tag questions. I have on my glasses. I am sorry if the glare bothers you, and I'm trying to catch what sunlight we have. The rain subsided today, so the sun is out for a little while. So I said, let me jump on and get this done while I have some light, and let's get started. Question number 1. What is your go-to crafting method for the holidays, whether it's for decor or gifting? I'll go with decor. I like to have an artificial Christmas tree. Several years ago, I went with a live Christmas tree, and it took me years to get the pine needles out of my carpet. I can't even tell you what a nightmare that was. So after that, I never did a live tree again. I always went with artificial. And now that they have the tree with the lights already on them, artificial with lights on it already, I buy the pine cones that are scented and set the bag underneath the tree to give off that smell. I like a Christmas tree that has lights on it, that's decorated. And we did that every year for several years. So I do like to put lights on the outside of the house. For several years, my husband did that. He had these made at work. They were candy canes with a stake on the end. They were wooden, so you can just set them in the ground right in front of the house, and it looked very festive and very pretty. But I do enjoy a pretty festive looking Christmas tree as long as it's artificial. And they have some beautiful artificial ones now. You wouldn't really be able to tell. It's amazing what they've done. I remember as a child, I'm pretty sure I'm dating myself really bad here. The aluminum Christmas trees and the ones that had the snow flock on them, where you just go by and kind of pick it off. Okay, I'll move on. Question number 2. Handmade gifts or store-bought or a mixture? I would say predominantly store-bought. There aren't a lot of people that I know that are handmade worthy. And that's a big deal. They must be handmade worthy. So I would say store bought. Um, Question number 3. Who is the most craft worthy persons in your life and why? I have 2 sisters, one slightly older, one 3 years younger. Everyone's an adult. Um, they are handmade worthy. Um, my husband also too. I mean, he loves his beanie. He wears it. I also made him a matching cowl to go with that. It's not hot enough here for that in California, but I know when at work it's chilly at night for him, so that's why he asked me to make it for him in the first place, the cowl. And I showed you some of the cowls that I made in my previous video. That purple one, that was the size that I made for him to just sit there right on his neck with a matching hat. So he is definitely handmade worthy, and so are my sisters. And I have 2 friends that are definitely handmade worthy. Number 4, what luxury craft item is on your wish list? Don't hold back. Aside from wanting a craft just she shed, I do have a room and I'm blessed to have that. I would love an advent calendar. I've always wanted one. They cost a couple of $100s. I want an advent calendar from an indie dyer where you get the minis and you open one every day. And I would probably do a shawl with it. But I would love to have a really, really nice advent calendar one day. Oh, and all the things that the Hook Nook, Jessica Carey just released her new line. I want everything, every single thing from that line. Number 5, describe a crafty holiday tradition you do every year. We used to have a gumbo. My husband's family is pretty large with extended cousins and things like that. So it started off with his mother having a gumbo every year. And if you don't know what a gumbo is, it is a Creole style seafood soup, for lack of a better term, but it is absolutely delicious. You've got your crab and your shrimp and your sausage and your chicken and your hot links and just whatever else you want to put in there. The key to a good gumbo is the roux, which is the liquid part of it. That has to be on point. And my husband makes a very, very, very good gumbo. There used to be a party right before Christmas, and it started being at different people's homes. We hosted it a couple of years, and then the family just grew and grew and grew. So now they literally have to rent a hall, and the Christmas party is every other year now instead of being every year. Also, on my side, my sisters and I, we would kind of take turns. Somebody would host Thanksgiving. That would be my slightly older sister. And I think my younger sister usually got the Christmas. We would go over there on Christmas Eve. And then I would do Easter. So we kind of rotated around on the holidays. Another tradition is my family, we would get brand new pajamas. They weren't necessarily matching, but I would buy everyone new pajamas and wrap them up, put them under the tree. And on Christmas Eve, that was the present that we opened. So we all slept in our new pajamas. And when we woke up Christmas morning for Christmas opening of gifts and taking pictures, we all had on our nice new pajamas. Number 6, what is your holiday decor style? I like a Christmas tree. I decorate the inside of my house. Now, I used to. We don't anymore. So everyone's grown, everyone's gone, everyone's off doing their own thing. So, but I would decorate the inside. We'd have a Christmas tree. I loved a Christmas tree with lights. Um, we would decorate the outside of our home as well with lights and candy canes and, different things. I love the smell of the bag of pine. It had kind of a cinnamony, Pamela, cinnamony smell. You could buy those in the store. So I would set a couple of bags of those out and by the fireplace. And I always did a Christmas newsletter, and that was a long time ago. Um, I would take a picture of us and scan it onto a nice Christmas looking stationery. And I would write, the happenings of the last year of my family. And I would send a Christmas letter out to everyone. I'm also big on sending out Christmas cards as well. I used to, I don't as much anymore. But I sent out Christmas cards every year as well. Um, Number 7, describe the largest or most complicated item you have handmade for the holidays. What was it? When did you start? And how long did it take you to complete it? Okay, this has to do with work. Every year at my job, we have sort of like a competition, and the directions come from the superintendent's office, and we have to make something that represents our department, and then we enter it into the contest. So this wasn't last year, this was the year before. We decided to come up with, we were given a blank wreath. That's it. And we were told we had to make something. It had to fit inside the circumference of that wreath, and that was it. And we can submit it. So we came up with the idea of Frosty and the Gang. And this was so much fun. My boss is a male, and the rest of us are female. So he was Frosty, and we were the gang. And I think there's 5 or 6 of us. So we decided to do Frosty in the middle, which was a big, somebody found a big like teddy bear at the thrift store. And then we were going to put little snowmen on the wreath around him. So I did find a picture of it from last year. I don't know how to enter it into here like everyone else does. So I'm going to find it on my Kindle. Give me a second. I love this. I made the beanie that you're going to see on Frosty, and I made the beanies on all of the snowmen. This is when I found out that a coworker of mine knew how to crochet. I did all the beanies. She crocheted the scarves, and we all decorated the wreath, and we won second place. This was so much fun. We took ankle socks and filled them with cotton to make the snowmen. I forgot what we put on their face. One of my other coworkers was in charge of that. We all bought decorations to go on the wreath. So I'm very proud of this, and I hope that you guys can see this. I'm extremely proud of this. And I made the beanie that's on Frosty, and all of the little snowmen that you see around. I did the hats. My coworker did the scarf. This was great. And it was so much fun. It was so much fun. I'm sorry if that's not clear, but that's the best that I could do. It was absolutely a blast to do this. And we did it at work. We were all working on it at various times. We were also working and doing it too, which was really fun. So it came out really good. really good. And we won second place. Let me get back to where I was. Here I am. Okay, so that's one of the things that I am most proud of. Number 8, describe a holiday crafting fail. My birthday and my younger sister's birthday were both in December. So was my mother. So I had found this great tutorial by Little John's Yarns, and it was on how to make a slipper. So I thought, oh, this will be great. I'll make a set of slippers or some slippers for my sister, for her birthday, and she likes handmade stuff, and I'll give them to her, and she'll be happy, and she'll wear them. Um, I have no judgment as far as size is concerned because I'm considered a tight crocheter. I'm a tight knitter. So if someone says use a J hook, I'm automatically going to go up to a K. I mean, I just am. So that's what I did. I followed the tutorial to the letter, and the slippers kept growing, and my sister's foot is smaller than mine. So I thought, oh, okay, they're slippers, so it's okay. When by the time I finished them, I didn't realize it until oh my gosh, we did a birthday luncheon for her, and I'm all excited, and she opens them up, and they're like this big, and I was like, oh my gosh, those look terrible. But of course, she, liked them and everything, and what have you, and I just thought, oh, I just made them way too long. They looked, yeah, they were too long. So later on afterwards, when I talked to her that evening, I said, those are too big, aren't they? And she goes, yeah, but it's okay. And I was like, mm. So I would say that was my crafting fail. Number 9, describe the best crafty gift you have received for whatever holiday you celebrate. Crafty gift. I usually get, like now for gifts, I will get gift cards to Michael's or to Hobby Lobby. And I love that. My husband will order yarn from Amazon, and it comes in those really nice, beautiful gift bags. Um, I would have to say that would be it, gift cards and yarn from family members. Number 10, share your favorite holiday mug and show us that mug shot. Okay, I love mugs. I have lots of them. So, just like Z, she had 3. I have 3. So, this is one of my. Now, when I picked this up, it used to play music, but I've had it for such a long time that it no longer plays music. But this is one of my favorite mugs to use during the holidays. It's nice and deep. This is another one. How pretty is that? And when I want to be fancy during the holidays and drink my tea, this is the mug that I use. I received this one in a gift swap a couple of years ago, and it says Snuggle Season. And I like this. This is great for a cup of hot chocolate, which I also enjoy. No marshmallows, just hot chocolate during the holidays. So it's nice and perfect for that. So those are my mug shots. And thank you so much, Kim, for tagging me. Whoever else wants to jump on board and do the tag, I encourage you to do so. It's a great way for us to let our subscribers know more about us. And thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you so much for welcoming me. I can't talk today. Welcoming me into this wonderful, wonderful community of podcasters and yarny friends. Have a good one, everyone.